let's get ready for a day date with my husband as I give you a little debt update. If you're new here, hi, my name's Amanda, and my husband and I were in $65,000 of credit card debt after I, the breadwinner of our family, unexpectedly lost my job last year, and we did not have enough of an emergency fund to keep us afloat. We're going to be going to this really cute restaurant that has a rooftop, and we live in Florida, so I'm going to be doing my Florida summertime makeup routine. So it's been a hot minute since I've talked about my finances on here, and that is because I needed a break from my mental health. People really came for me and had some really nasty things to say about me and to me, and I just needed to take a break. So this last month, I significantly reduced the amount of times I was posting and just kind of took a little bit of a mental health break. I'm definitely feeling a lot better and ready to start talking about my finances again. I did a lot of reflecting, and this is something that is a topic that is very important to me, and I feel like not enough people talk about it, and I don't think people talk about it in an honest way. If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I am transparent. I want to support people, and I feel like not enough people are just honest. They drive around in their big fancy cars and they have these beautiful houses and they go on these nice vacations, and what they don't say is that they're in crippling amounts of debt, and that whole thing was just purchased on a credit card or a loan, something. We as a society have just learned that it's something that we don't really talk about, right? Because we don't ever want people to look down on us, like we don't have enough money. So we just don't talk about it in the open and honest way. The other piece that I will say is that I got a lot of hate because of the amount of income my husband and I make. And to that, I just want to say that I totally understand, but just a reminder that my husband and I are in our late 30s. I was 35 this year, and my husband is going to be 38 this year. We have been in our careers since we were 22 years old, and we have always worked very hard to grow in our careers and grow into the leadership positions that we are in today. But of course, I believe everybody should be making a living wage. If you would like some career advice, I'm always happy to give it. I recognize that when I look at my counterparts in my job, they are all 10 to 20 years older than me. Transparently, that's how it's always been in my career. I've always been sitting at a table among people that are typically 10 to 20 years older than me. And I believe that's because of some of the things I've done in my career to push me to this point. And I'm always happy to give career advice if you're looking for it. With that said, let's get to the moment that you're actually waiting for. How are we doing with our debt? The last update that I gave you, we paid about $16,000 total in the month of March towards our debt. In the month of April, we paid about $5,000 towards our debt. In the month of May, we put another $5,000 down. And for the month of June, we're going to be putting another $5,000 down, plus whatever cash owner distribution I'm able to take out of my business. Because I just paid my quarterly taxes, I know exactly what my owner distribution is going to be, which is $12,000. Additionally, the reason why we were able to put so much in March is because my husband and I got large bonuses from our job, so we were able to put a lot more to our debt at that point, and my business also had a good amount of profits, not a lot, but enough to put a little bit more towards the debt. But in a normal month, we were able to put $5,000 towards our debt, which we've been really proud of because we've been cutting back on our spending. After you deduct all of the payments that we've made and, of course, add the interest, leaves us a new total of $25,394. My husband and I are super proud of the progress that we've made, and I do just want to add that we have more than enough money in our high interest yield account to be able to pay all of that debt off. Only reason that we won't do that is because the last time we emptied our high interest yield account to pay off debt is how we ended up in debt in the first place. So many people just want to come into my comment section and argue with me about how stupid I am and yada, yada, yada. But I don't really want to hear it because I have done this before where I paid off a huge lump sum of debt and then had to end up turning right back around to take out more debt. So I am not going to do that. Our high interest yield account is our emergency fund, and as of right now, it has about a 3-month emergency fund in it, but our goal is to get to 6 months. Then once we pay off all of our debt, then we'll work towards having a 1-year emergency. People are also commenting, telling me that I need to stop investing and I need to stop contributing to a high interest yield account. I need to stop saving. I just want to say that I use this to set my face, but I use a new setting spray to give me a glow at the very end, and I will show you in just a second. But this is like my tried and true where my makeup will not move when I use this. My chin is my trouble area, so I always go back in with a second layer of concealer and just let it sit on my skin, and then I will blend with a powder. So that's why this looks like this. My husband and I still continue to put 15 to 20% into both of our retirement accounts. We still continue to invest in our company's stock options plan. Talk more about that if you're interested, just let me know. Our goal is to be out of credit card debt by the end of this year and to have about a 6-month emergency fund in our high interest yield. And then we're going to start working towards reevaluating our car debt. So once we get through this, it's kind of crazy to say, the only debt we'll have is, oh, nice job. The only debt we will have is our cars and our mortgage. So like, please, I just would love to be debt free. This is a setting spray I was talking about earlier. It leaves my skin so glowy. So I'm adding this. Hello, glow. I am gonna put mascara on. So that's our goal this year, and we are really focused on it. I will say that we got invited to a wedding from a dear friend of ours in a state that we absolutely love to go visit, and it's also our 10-year wedding anniversary, but we're choosing to not celebrate those two occasions because we're focused on getting out of debt this year.